Okay, so last week we were talking about Harriet Tubman, and we are going to continue talking about her today, along with another influential woman from the 1800s, which is Rosa Parks. Which Rosa Parks, you probably know, she was the African American lady who did not give up her seat on the bus and she got arrested. Okay, so get out your sheet titled Two Great Women. You should have gotten this yesterday, so you should still have it, okay? And I'm going to read over it, so follow along as I read over it. Two Great Women. Harriet Tubman was born in 1820 in Maryland. She had a very tough childhood as a slave, often being beaten and fed only scraps of food to eat. In 1849, Harriet used the Underground Railroad to escape to freedom. The Underground Railroad was a path of stations or safe houses where people known as conductors would hide slaves as they traveled north. Some states in the northern United States did not allow slavery. Slaves would sneak from station to station at night until they reached freedom. Harriet wanted to help her family and others escape to freedom too. She joined the Underground Railroad as a conductor. She led 19 different escapes from the South, helping about 300 slaves get to freedom. Because she was helping so many slaves escape, slave owners offered an award for her capture. Later, during the Civil War, she worked as a nurse and even a spy. And the government was very slow to pay her any money. So she sold pies and root beer to earn money. In 1913, Harriet died of pneumonia, but she remains one of the most famous people in American history. Okay, remember that, okay? Now we're going to go into Rosa Parks. The same year that Harriet died, another courageous woman was born, Rosa Parks. Like Harriet, Rosa was also treated unfairly because of the color of her skin. She lived in Alabama and went to a school that was only for black children. She had to walk to school while the city provided buses that took the white children to their school building. One day in 1955, after a long day of work, Rosa Parks refused to give up her seat on the bus to a white man and was arrested. Soon after, Martin Luther King Jr. and other leaders organized the Montgomery bus boycott, which led to the Supreme Court decision that there would no longer be segregation or separation for people on the buses, and anyone could sit where they wanted. Rosa gave many speeches about treating people fairly and earned many awards for her efforts. Rosa died in 2005, but she remains a symbol of freedom and equality. Okay, so what I want you to do is go ahead and read over this sheet by yourself one time, read over it with a partner one time. Okay, try to remember some of the important information from both women, because when I come back, we're going to compare and contrast them. We're going to tell how these women are alike, how they're different, okay, and which women did what. So make sure you know that Harriet worked with the Underground Railroad, Rosa Parks was with the bus, and Martin Luther King, okay? All right, go ahead and read it by yourself.